The so-called GWAT of women's boxing, Claressa Shields, might be facing the biggest loss of her career, and it's not happening inside the ring. No, this time, the arena is the court of public opinion, and the judge, jury, and executioner is none other than her ex-lover's husband, Papoose. Yes, you heard that right. The very man who was once hailed as hip-hop's model of loyalty and devotion. The man who famously stood by Remy Ma through prison, industry drama, and media shade, has seemingly decided that silence is no longer golden. Instead, he's gone all in, wielding a weapon more powerful than any jab or hook: private messages. Raw, unedited, time-stamped messages that, if authentic, don't just tarnish Claressa's carefully constructed image, they obliterate it. Sources close to the situation are calling these leaks a digital nuke. Whispers suggest that the receipts could end Claressa's reputation almost overnight. The question on everyone's mind is simple yet terrifying. Is this the final round for Claressa Shields' public image, or merely the opening bell of a scandal that has barely begun? What's unfolding is a story that blends celebrity, betrayal, and the raw power of social media, and it's about to take the internet by storm. Let's set the stage. Claressa Shields, self-proclaimed greatest woman of all time, has built her career not only on her skill inside the ring, but also on an untouchable public persona. She's carefully cultivated a brand of perfection, discipline, and focus, projecting the image of a woman so dedicated to her craft that nothing and no one could ever distract her. But now that image is under siege, and the one holding the hammer, Papoose, the very man whose reputation for loyalty and integrity has long been unquestioned, is suddenly stepping into the spotlight with an arsenal of evidence that could crumble Claressa's carefully constructed narrative. The irony is palpable. The person whose love story with Remy Ma was celebrated for years now finds himself in the center of a storm involving a woman whose reputation for untouchability was once assumed rock solid. And here's the kicker: Papoose isn't just making vague accusations. According to sources who have allegedly seen the messages, we're talking screenshots, suggestive voice notes, and potentially videos that, if real, paint a picture of a side of Claressa that the public has never seen before. The whispers around the boxing and hip-hop communities are calling this the digital nuke, and for good reason. These receipts allegedly reveal double lives, strategic manipulation, and emotional deception so calculated it would make even the most dramatic reality TV plotlines look like a kindergarten playdate. Let's dive into the alleged receipts, the evidence reportedly in Papoose's hands. Sources claim that Claressa has been playing not one, but two men simultaneously while maintaining her image as a woman solely devoted to her boxing career. One of these men was allegedly already married, while the other was purportedly treated as a backup plan. And the timing of all this? According to insiders, it came right after Papoose and Remy Ma hit a rough patch, a period when gossip blogs were alive with speculation about a rift that seemed unfixable. While these past rumors were often dismissed as jealousy or industry gossip, the alleged messages now give them a credibility that they never had before. Suddenly, old whispers get VIP upgrades, and everything the boxing community thought they knew about Claressa's personal life is thrown into question. Now, the details of these alleged messages are what make the story truly sensational. We're talking flirty, strategic conversations that hint at emotional manipulation. One anonymous source claims that a screenshot exists where Claressa supposedly jokes about never committing to a single man, saying, "Men are like sparring partners. You keep more than one so you're never caught off guard." Whether she actually said this or not, the fact that Papoose's team is circulating it is already enough to create massive damage. And this isn't just about hurt feelings, this could have real consequences for her career, her brand, and her sponsors. Here's where things get even more intriguing. Pap didn't just randomly decide to go public. Sources suggest he's been collecting evidence for months, carefully creating what he now calls the first wave of leaks. Industry insiders are already speculating about the motive. Is this revenge for personal humiliation? A strategic move to reclaim his image of loyalty and strength after the public scrutiny of his relationship with Remy Ma? Or is there a deeper, more calculated plan at play, perhaps involving powerful figures in the background who want to see Claressa's star dim? Whatever the reason, the timing and precision suggest a level of planning that goes far beyond a spur-of-the-moment social media feud. The public reaction has been nothing short of nuclear. Social media platforms are ablaze. Twitter is split between Team Papoose, who praise him for exposing a manipulator, and Team Claressa, accusing him of bitterness and clout chasing. Instagram and TikTok are flooded with memes, edits, and dramatic voiceovers dissecting every blurred screenshot. Meanwhile, Remy Ma's silence is deafening, a calculated move that only fuels speculation about her involvement and knowledge of the entire situation. But let's not forget, this is bigger than gossip. If these leaks are genuine, the fallout could have serious professional consequences. Sponsors don't like scandals. Networks don't like negative headlines. And in a sport where public perception is as important as performance, a single misstep can derail momentum. According to insiders, at least 2 of Claressa's current sponsors are reviewing their partnerships in light of the leaks. And even if some details are proven false, the narrative is already out there, shaping public opinion and potentially costing her lucrative opportunities. In other words, Claressa's career could face as much damage from these alleged messages as from an actual defeat in the ring. And the most burning question remains, why now? Some speculate that Claressa's team was preparing their own leak, and Papoose decided to strike first. Others suggest he uncovered something so personal and humiliating that staying silent was no longer an option. And insiders warn that part 1, the DMs and messages, is only the appetizer. The main course, according to the same sources, includes voice notes, phone calls, and potentially behind-the-scenes clips that could completely rewrite the narrative around Claressa Shields. Because here's the thing, the first wave of leaks is just the warm-up round. The main event, the kind of evidence that could turn a boxing legend into a cautionary tale, is reportedly still coming. Every screenshot, every voice note, every piece of evidence has allegedly been curated for maximum damage, designed to hit harder than any punch in a championship fight. And one of the most talked about pieces, an alleged audio recording where Claressa supposedly brags about keeping her options open because loyalty, in her words, is for people with no leverage. If authentic, that alone could be a PR nightmare from which it would take years to recover, if recovery is even possible. And then there's the so-called calendar leak, allegedly showing double-booked personal time with 2 different men, one of them being Papoose himself. Whether it's real or not, the public doesn't care. Social media has already latched onto it, with TikTok trends, memes, and viral posts spinning the narrative in ways that no PR team can undo. Fans are dissecting every angle, connecting the alleged scandal to past conflicts, rivalries, and industry whispers, and suddenly, the drama feels less like personal gossip and more like a calculated takedown orchestrated over months, if not years. And the most mysterious element? According to sources, Pap wasn't the first to discover this information. Apparently, a third party close to Claressa tipped him off months ago, meaning this whole saga could be fueled by grudges, rivalries, and agendas that Claressa never saw coming. The internet is already buzzing with theories. Did former promoters, ex-trainers, or even old friends play a role? Could Remy Ma have known about this double life all along and silently let the drama unfold? Her silence certainly seems to suggest she's watching from the balcony, tea in hand, enjoying the chaos. One thing is clear, the gloves are officially off. The digital battlefield has been set, and Claressa Shields' legacy may be facing the hardest hits of her career. Sponsors, networks, and fans alike are watching closely, waiting to see whether this champion can weather the storm or whether the punches being thrown outside the ring will finally topple her.